Hey there. Been a while. So I've been getting requests recently to make another one of these, but I didn't really know what to do for it. That's when I remembered there was one thing I brought up, but I didn't have an answer for. So finally, it is time to answer the final unanswered question of Sonic Destruction. How many Cheez-Its is Wario worth? Let's discuss. Gentlemen.
Well, I mean, worth is something you have to define at first. So we've got a few ways of working this out, as you've already said.
Yes. Okay. We've gotta take the Kirby off. I think the Kirby bit's good. Yeah, we got the Kirby bit. Okay, so let's merge and center, merge and center, merge and center.
So I feel like we've got to work out first Wario's net worth.
Hang on.
That's true. So there's a few methods.
Methods for defining worth in Cheez-Its. I think there's a two. I'll just check that. Cheez-Its.
Okay, so I found a website called Net Worth Post that is that has a article called Wario Net Worth.
Okay, hang on.
So let's define the ways we're gonna do
methods
it first.
for defining worth in Cheez. I'm just gonna fucking Control A and then up the font size a few.
Okay. The obvious is weight.
Mass.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, mass or weight. Either.
Cheez-It.
The next is net worth. As George said.
Net worth.
6 million is what that site is saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
we'll find a few sources.
We want to figure out our own calculations.
We want to
average. We've got to theorize here. This is GARME, THARME. We need to THARME. So, any other methods?
Of course,
These are the two obvious ones.
I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring recently, as you know, and I feel like a good way of knowing how much someone is worth is how much they drop when you kill them. So how many is he carrying at all times, and how many can I easily take from his body before the police come?
Okay, well, I feel like the best way to do that is base it off of Wario's, I believe, one and only appearance where he actually falls. Where he's like an actual enemy, and that's Mario Land 2.
Okay, so we'll get back to all of these. So we'll just actually, I'm just gonna.
I don't think we should go into too many yet. I think the point is we want to find the ways we're going to do it before we go into each one.
Okay, right. So currently we have 3 methods of defining Wario's net worth in the American snack food Cheez-Its.
But also, there's kind of his emotional worth to each of us, and how we weigh that against Cheez-Its, isn't there?
Yes.
Because life isn't just about material possessions, it's about who you are. And how you act.
Wario to Cheez-It emotional
damage.
ratio, but I will put here in brackets damage.
And I think that's good. I think
we've got 4 methods. We've got 4 methods, and hence we can get a good average from all of these methods for how many. So this last one, we may as well do this last one first, because it's essentially the hypothesis, that being what each of us just feel in our heart of hearts Wario is worth in Cheez-Its. So I'm going to make a table. A very basic table here, and we've got
What's
now.
this average guy?
Yeah. Where's
the secret fourth host of the show. Anyway,
Oh,
Arthur, since you are
I
the
thought that
one
was
I put.
Stefan's ghost.
No, but he will always be with us. Absolute ledge. Anyway,
Rest in peace.
rest in peace. So, Arthur, since you are the one I, for some reason, put on the left-hand side of the table, what is your personal, just in your heart of hearts, what is calling out to you as the amount of Cheez-Its that Wario is worth?
I don't know. I mean, I've never had Cheez-It, and I don't really know Wario personally. So, it's kind of like weighing up two things I don't really know very well. And so, if, you know,
That's not
in
kind
all
of what it
honesty...
is, that's exactly what it is. In
Yeah,
fact, this-
it's almost as if I have no stake in this argument.
Okay, so, Arthur, we know you have no stake in this argument. I don't think any of us really have much of a stake in this argument. I've dropped my handkerchief somewhere.
If I had to put a number to it, I'd say it's about 1-to-1. Really.
So you think he is worth one singular Cheez-It?
Emotionally, yes.
Emotionally, on the emotional ratio of Warios to Cheez-Its, because there's only one Wario, Arthur believes that Wario is worth one Cheez-It. George, what are your
Now here's
thoughts?
where I actually feel I have a massive stake in this argument.
He has a huge stake in this argument. It is.
I mean,
It's
it
not
is,
well
like,
done though.
Perfect.
Thank fuck
no,
for that.
it's like the perfectly ratioed steak of
Oh my
like.
god, he got ratioed? What the fuck? He's been roasted. That shit's gonna be black, bro. Actually, charred. That's outrageous. Oh my god. Oh no.
It was
Oh,
well done
no.
after all. God,
No!
Oh no.
I don't want a
Oh,
well done
my-
steak.
no! My
Oh.
God, you absolutely are.
That shit's beyond well done. That shit's achieved. Shit's congratulations, my guy.
Oh,
Oh.
Good old classic. I meant, the perfect,
perfectly
done on the
medium.
outside,
It's
the little
perfectly
bit, perfectly
medium rare.
medium, that type shit.
You know,
Yeah,
it's at a perfect medium rare.
nice and juicy on the fucking inside.
You know, it's got that
like a
succulence.
person.
It's that.
It's like a person.
Arthur, please describe in what way a medium rare steak is, and I quote, like a person.
Juicy and meaty on the inside. Just like everyone else.
George, how many Cheez-Its do you think Wario is worth before we spiral any further?
Oh, like
He's got his head in his hands. He's just like, there's no answering to any of this.
Who, me or Arthur?
Arthur,
Oh no, I need
George.
Yes.
How so do you have such investment in the Cheez-It
Well-
question? I'll put this
Well,
in
for one,
center.
I am a Wario connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
I will not lie.
He is an expert in such topics,
Yeah.
if anyone could
good
be
old-
considered such.
A good old, I played, the WarioWare games. They're pretty fucking poggers. I've seen what Wario can do. And
I
if we
think we've
take
all
Wario,
seen what Wario can do.
yeah, I mean we've all played Smash Bros at some point in our lives.
His mustache does deem that you shall receive the Wario steam.
The Wario Steam, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's very.
So,
It's yes.
so. Wario, base Wario. If we take,
Base. As
base-
opposed to Super Saiyan Wario.
as opposed to Wario Man, which is
Okay.
Wario.
Okay, we may need to
Which
take
is
Wario Man
Super
into
Mario.
consideration. We may need to take Wario Man
you see,
into
this is why I have a huge
consideration.
stake in this argument.
No, you see, I feel like the thing is, like, we've got to be doing Wario at his strongest. We can't be thinking about what Wario might be at some point if he was Wario.
So are we like talking about Gold Wario then? From the
fucking Golden Wario. He trained for 4 months.
No, look, it's whatever Wario is at his strongest point.
Look, this is fucking Gold Wario right here. Let me show you a picture.
I don't need to know.
a fucking
I'm
toilet
telling
on his fucking head and got superpowers.
Yeah, and he can do what he wants. But the important part is it's him at his strongest.
Okay, I think we may have to put in a category here that is just consider consider alternate forms. And put that in the middle of the box. But for now, we will consider the multipliers of his worth.
Yeah.
Later.
So
we
Wario,
shall power
I would
scale.
have...
We shall Cheez it scale him and his forms later. For now, we will work with the base so that it's easier to multiply later.
Exactly. So.
We've spent about 20 minutes already on the emotional ratio question.
Exactly.
We may be here a while.
We may be here a while. Look, I want to say at least about
500 words. It's an essay.
At least 750 Cheez-Its. I was about to say Cheetos.
750 Cheez-Its. As an opinion.
Look, he's a chunky lad.
He is a large lad.
I've gotta say.
He is
in my heart
I figured out what I should be wearing.
He is a full-formed fella. Arthur will be back in a moment, I guess. So,
figured out what he's wearing. Oh no.
In my soul, in the core of my being, he.
I put the shades on, but you can see what I'm looking at.
My man, is that an actual lab coat?
Yeah, I work in a lab.
He works in a fucking lab. What were you expecting?
I don't know. I can't see the lower half. It could just be a button-up shirt. Because he's trying to get official. It's just official. He's trying to be official, I guess. But yes, a lab coat does very much work. I might want to get one of those for aesthetic reasons, for if we ever do something such as this in the future. So, if nothing else, just for my own vibes. So, in my core, in the center of my being, I do not believe that Wario is quite at the 750 range. However,
okay, that's fair.
However, I do believe he is worth more than 500. So I'm going to say 610. 610 Cheez-Its.
So now we need to do math and work out the average.
We do not.
Oh yeah. It's Excel, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know how Excel works.
That is not what I wanted to do.
Wario is infinite recurring Cheez-Its.
He is worth 1/3 of a Cheez-It. No, I'm just gonna do the maths.
An
separately.
infinite third of a Cheez-Its. Also, what the fuck is this?
450, let's round it, 454.
You might get a kick out of this, Alex.
Yes. So, on average, Wario is... Just send it, okay? What the fuck? Okay, Super Saiyan Blue Wario. We're going to have to take that into consideration, George.
That is canon.
This is necessary information now. This is canon. We need this knowledge.
Science is about change.
So, average, the answer on the emotional ratio question currently is 454. And we will put it there. So, now I think it's time to go for the inventory question, because I feel like that will be the next easiest question to answer.
In any game, when he is killed, does he drop items?
Well,
and that's what I was going to look up before. Because he has boss fights, and it's pretty much mostly just boss fights with Wario. I believe he does drop stuff in Super Mario Land 2 for the Game Boy. Let me look it up.
And what does he drop? And how much can we convert it into Cheez-Its?
I'm thinking the way we're going to do this is we're going to see what he drops, and then compare those objects' rough volume to a Cheez-It, and figure out how much Cheez-It mass could be contained within said volume.
Good, I like that. That's quite good. That's quite good. It's a good hypothesis. You're a natural-born scientist, Alex.
But let's also not forget that Wario can literally
quite a lot.
Pull a fucking motorcycle.
He can pull a bike out of his ass.
He can.
So we have to remember that he's always storing a bike up his ass. So we have to work out the mass of a bike.
He does have that as a difficulty to our method, but not not an impassable obstacle. So I think it is best to assume that his motorbike is probably the largest thing that he stores on his person.
Yeah, he doesn't actually
himself.
drop anything in Mario Land 2. He just turns into a child when he's defeated.
Okay, that's information that's not necessarily relevant to this case, but would be worth knowing.
It may be relevant in the alternate forms case. I will put a list.
I say child. It's probably just him becoming
here.
short like Mario does when he gets hit.
Okay, I will put
Short Wario.
Tiny Baby Man form. I will put
Technical term.
Tiny Baby Man form.
Wario Man.
Wario Man.
We have Gold Wario.
I think we should include the biker form.
Okay, fair enough.
From Brawl.
Well, it's technically not from Brawl. It's from the DS WarioWare game.
That is in Brawl.
The one that's in Brawl.
That is in Brawl. Golden Wario. And then SSJ Blue. In fact, I will put the whole name just for the sake of thoroughness.
Super Wario. No, he's not a Saiyan. He's a Wario.
Super Wario. God, Super Wario.
Okay. Let's wrap text. Yeah. So those will be the 5 forms of Wario that we shall be considering once we're done with the other calculations. But inventory, I will write the method for the inventory calculation here. Figure out volume of Motorbike. Then convert volume to Cheez-It count. Right text. So that will be the method.
Now we have to work out what kind of. Let's say.
Let's
you
have
know
a look.
what kind of bike he has.
It's definitely
Motor
like it's one of those like ones where
Definitely a chopper.
It's chopper.
is
That's
what you're
what
trying to say.
that's what I was trying to think of the word. Thank you.
Yes. Here is an image of the motorbike in question.
Yeah, it's clearly a chopper. I guess we work out the standard weight for a chopper and then convert that to.
Well, no, it's the standard.
And then we work out the density of. Let's just assume it's made of aluminium, and we won't take into account the other types of metal because aluminium it will be the majority of it. It's like an aluminium frame.
Aluminium density. We will just.
So there will be a margin of error here. Well, obviously,
There will of course be some margin of error to this. But if I can just quickly here, there we are, and then we will simply merge density of bike.
Unfortunate.
Yes, it's rather unfortunate. However, we are working out the rough volume of the motorbike. So, average mass of. Well, we'll put weight because weight will be more commonly searched, presumably.
Yeah.
Or average weight for chopper motorbike.
The other thing you could look up is how much does Wario's bike weigh? That might give you a specific for that one.
Presume it's possible. How much
No, it's probable, but it's possible.
does Wario's bike weigh? Somebody has asked this question. It came up in autocorrect.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
How much does
How much
Wario's
does
bike
Wario's
weigh?
bike weigh?
There is no unit given other than it is in the heavyweight category. Which isn't much
Heavyweight.
help.
Now, is this heavyweight boxing?
No, heavyweight as in probably.
No, unfortunately, we cannot use boxing terminology. The bike does not have arms. However,
That sucks.
I can keep this tab for later because I can simply remove the apostrophe S and the bike and replace it with a space and have how much does Wario weigh for later.
Yeah.
308 pounds. Useful to know.
Quickly, the heavyweight bike. So heavyweight. Is that from a games term or is that?
It is from a games term. I will simply duplicate this tab, go back. It is from. I'm getting this information from the Mario Kart Racing Wiki.
Yeah.
The Wario. If I just fuck it. The Wario bike is a heavyweight bike in Mario Kart Wii. The Wario bike did appear in the Mario spin-off series known as the WarioWare series. The vehicle is designed for Wario and looks like Wario's official bike used in other games in their respective series.
Yep.
It apparently has the best acceleration and weight of all heavyweight bikes.
Which means
And
Okay, so it's the lowest
it
weight
is
of all the heavyweight
heaviest.
bikes. So
it is the heaviest heavyweight, I believe.
oh. And we might want to consider that it's not made of aluminium, it might be made of steel.
Yeah.
instead.
yes, it may be made of steel. So
That sounds like a good call.
Yes, I will
Convert-
simply.
Let's change those.
I will just now add weight of bike. 700 pounds. Or I'll just put about £700.
All right. Fair enough.
Let's just... Where has Arthur gone?
He disappeared.
Oh, he's back.
Getting water.
You know, you got water, I'm gonna get water. Except I don't even need to go off screen to get water. I just go back.
That's fair, he just needs to go backwards. He's over there. So, we have the rough weight of the bike. About 700 pounds.
So now we need to convert 700
Let
pounds
me just
grams.
Let me just chop her bike material make
Material girl.
That is a good question. Could we
so
define
so that
as
we could
material?
figure out probably what it actually is made of. So I'm now on customchoppersguide.com, a very trustworthy website with about 7 ads in view. The moment I click
Now
onto
you
the
know
site.
it's good.
Now you know it's good because it is covered in advertisements
That's how you know it's
for
legit.
completely unrelated products.
Exactly. That's how you know it's legit.
Okay, is it easy? Again, this depends on what you mean by easy. If you have a lot of experience working with metal, are a pretty decent welder, and love measuring things, then I suppose it could be thought of as easy. Like so many things in life, the theory is easy, the practice is harder. The THARME, I think he means.
By the way, we
A
are
guide-
talking about just
guide to-
regular Cheez-Its, aren't we?
Yes, regular Cheez-Its, not any special, like, other flavours.
Yeah, so not buffalo wing
Default
or
Cheez-Its.
reduced
No,
fat
no.
Cheez-Its.
Regular, bog standard, just Cheez-Its. So. The frame is steel. The frame of a chopper is steel. After all, it's just some bits of steel.
Well, the frame is the majority of the weight. The engine is the rest, really, for like weight components. The wheels also would be quite heavy, actually. The cylinder, exhaust. But
I'm just
really,
going to
in the
check
end, I think
if the bike
the majority
material,
of
if the engine material is steel. Most modern engines are made with aluminium and aluminium alloys, but I think we can probably best just go with the density of steel as a rough estimate for the bike.
Yeah.
what you could do, however, is you could say the weight of the engine is a little, you know, it plays in maybe 20% of the weight of the whole thing, doesn't it?
Potentially.
What you could do
So I'm going to
Is you
put
could ratio it.
Ratio?
L plus.
L plus indeed. So let me just here get density of frame.
No, that's the density of the engines there.
Well, I'm going to change this. You see, I'm going to move that from there to here.
Classic.
And then plain steel's density is 7.85 grams per centimeter.
And so the way I'm gonna
Just going to
convert
get
this,
the cubes from there.
I'm gonna do 0.8 times 7.85 plus 0.2 times.
And it does actually list
2.7.
here the average weight of a chopper in kilograms is 315 kilograms.
Good. So the average density, if we assume the engine is around 20%, would be 6.82.
Okay. Okay. Density of total bike would be 6.82, would it? Have you just done this calculation?
Yeah, assuming that we
So
say the bike is 20% engine.
Okay.
Density of bike 80, 20. It has shuffled over. What the fuck? Okay. Hang on. Sometimes Excel frustrates me. So density of bike, if I just widen that a bit. Density of bike, assuming an 80-20 ratio, is, what was it again?
6.82.
6.82, and then I will just right. Okay. Which means now we can figure out, if I just please, volume of bike. And then I will just add here volume of one cheese. And then here cheese it count for bike, which will be our final
Estimate for his inventory.
Yeah.
answer for the inventory question.
So
Let me just
I can,
here.
for the volume of a single cheeser, well, we can work out part of that.
How so?
Because
Also, part of it.
we have the measurements for the size of a single
So-
Cheez-It.
So we can. So we have the. I assume you mean like the.
The size of a
If a
singular.
Cheez-It were a flatland Cheez-It, I assume, or does it also have the depth of Cheez-It?
Well, it just lists it as 26 by 24 millimeters rectangles.
I see.
I'd
So that
say
is
they're about
again
3
flat-
millimeters. deep.
Yeah, they're not
Okay,
that deep. They're like
so
this much.
in
I've had Cheez-Its
cubic
before.
millimeters. It
In
was
cubic
24 by
millimeters,
26?
24 by
26,
26
was it?
by 3.
By 3, which is 1,872 cubic millimeters, but we want to convert that to centimeters, so let's divide this by 1,000, which is 1.872 cubic centimeters.
Fair enough.
So volume for one Cheez-It, 1.872. And then I will just, because I think it would be faster than just, So that is the volume of one Cheez-It.
The volume of our bike, assuming 315
So volume-
kilograms.
Let's assume it's let's assume it's exactly 315, the perfect bog standard one. So that would be 315,000 grams. So
Now, of course, density being the mass over the volume means that the volume is the mass over the density. Mass over the density.
we went
But
to square.
if I
Hang on.
just work that out in my head, because I'm just going over that in my head quickly. So density, mass, volume, mass over. So and our
that
density
would mean-
is 6.82.
Yes. So that
yeah?
would mean yes.
So
The-
again, we're going to round, and we're going to go to 3 significant figures because that's what we've been running on so far. 46,200 centimeters cubed.
Huh.
Okay, so that's 46,200.
Yes,
Look, these.
centimeters cubed.
I'm useless at math, guys. I won't lie.
Yes, you're here for the theory. You're here for the theory and for the
And
ideas,
Occasional
emotional
research as
ratio.
well.
Research in the background as well. We need more eyes. So,
Anything you want me to
we
look
now
up
need-
currently?
And our final maths thing.
our final maths thing for the Cheez-It inventory question.
4. We'll go to a 3 significant figures, because that's what we've been working to.
Well, that's 4 significant figures is the Cheez-It. If you,
Oh, that's true. But, okay, I'll convert that
What was the
back
one?
down
What
to
was-
3 significant figures.
Okay,
247... Sorry. 24,700. So it is.
So,
That is
what,
how many
what is the
Cheez-Its.
exact number? What is the exact number we're working with? So, for the
exact
for the
number
final
was-
answer, for the final answers, we want the exact number that it spits out.
Alright, 24,700.
Rounded to no decimal places.
Yes, rounded to no decimal places.
So, the Cheez-It inventory question, Wario is worth
24,705
and 5 Cheez-Its. I will change that over there. So we have now answered 2 of our questions.
The question is,
And already we
Wario's
have
net
some
worth.
very, very different results here. We've very drastically underestimated. Because I feel like, in terms of net worth and mass in Cheez-Its, those are probably going to be, if not higher than the Cheez-It inventory question, then at the very least closer to that than to the emotional ratio question. I believe we may have underestimated our man here.
we may have.
We may have indeed.
Well, you definitely did. You picked the number 1, but you went with 1 Cheez-It. He's definitely worth more than that on all of these other counts. But
Maybe we all
What happens when you have no steak?
Yeah.
so I'm thinking
You're beefless.
Yeah, he's lacking in beef.
Four.
Yo. Anyway. Let's merge this. Net worth. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to go with 2 possible methods for figuring out what Wario's net worth
Are we
is. First,
counting
ask the
Elon
internet.
Wario?
Are we counting what?
Elon Wario.
Please describe.
Hold on, let me get the image back up.
Yes, he can.
No, I remember. No, we are not counting Elon Wario. That is an affront to God. So, God, of course, being Wario. God, of course, being Wario. So, my 2 methods of figuring this out. 1, ask the internet. You got 6 million, yes?
Yeah. That site that I stumbled upon at the beginning of this rabbit hole. As of 2021, they counted it as 6 million.
Okay, so that's $6 million, I assume.
Yeah, I assumed not 6 million Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Well, no, I was thinking pounds.
Oh, yeah, no.
Australian dollars? I assume
it
that we're
is-
talking USD.
We're talking about the US dollar. It's got a dollar sign next to it.
So,
And usually...
ask
when-
internet. Our result has been 6 million. My next one is Nintendo percentage. Now, I'm going to make another box over here for that. Just, Nintendo percentage. I don't see what's so funny about this, George. This is incredibly serious.
No. I got the true way of figuring it out.
What, the Nintendo percentage or his net worth?
His net worth. Behold. Anyway, back to Nintendo percent.
Yes, back to Nintendo percentage. My idea is essentially, George.
Mm-hmm.
How many WarioWare games have been made?
I need to look it up, but I can do that.
Well, that's why I asked you. Number of WarioWare games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh no, wait, that's Wario Land. Are we talking all Wario games or just WarioWare?
All Wario games. All Wario
13,
games.
14,
We'll go with
15,
just all
16,
Wario games.
17, 18, 19. Coming up, I'm gonna cross that over with Wikipedia. Even though Wikipedia is technically a terrible source. I don't care. 1, 2, 3,
Wrong.
4, 5, 6.
I consistently use
Wikipedia is fine.
Wikipedia
Is fine. It's just been
12,
you know,
13, 14,
fucking shit on by the
15,
public
16,
education system.
17. There are 2 individual DSiWare games, making that 19. If you count Mario and Wario, 20, 21,
We do.
22, 23.
We count that as a half. We count that Wario and Mario as a half.
Oh, well, do we count Wario's Woods, Wario Blast featuring Bomberman, and Wario Woods Bakusho version?
We'll count those as halves too.
Okay, so if we count those as halves,
Knock 2 off.
21.
21. So we'll say
What's
that's
the funny numbers?
it is.
It is.
It is one of
Acceptably so.
the funny numbers.
How many Nintendo games exist?
How many?
I was going to ask how many Nintendo games were how many. Let's just say
Do we also count
Actually.
Mario Land 2 because that had Wario in it?
yes. We do count
That
that,
makes
as
it.
we count that as a half. We count that as a half. So that's 21.
What about
Wait,
all the...
Are we then
what
counting
about
just all
all
the
the Mario
sports
Parties
games?
and Mario Karts?
And all the
Yes, exactly.
Jesus, how many?
We'll count those as halves too. We'll count those as halves too.
I gotta do more research then. So
I feel like
Number
the
of Wario
sports... I feel like the sports games is more like 0.1. He would have been paid to be featured, but they wouldn't have paid him nearly as much as games involving him in the title.
oh yeah,
That is a good point.
Very
that is a
good
good
point.
Royalties are worth a lot in the Mushroom
and it's
Kingdom.
also dependent on how much he split with Waluigi. Because we know
Well, I feel
Waluigi
like-
gets shit on all the time, he gets no respect. He probably didn't even get fucking royalties, which is a fucking crime.
That is a good point. It is an absolute fucking joke how they treat my guy Waluigi in this universe. However,
As someone who
think about
wears
how they
purple,
treat
it's a
Waluigi.
disgrace.
does yes. Let's think about how they treat Waluigi.
And treat him
Do
the
we-
exact same way and never mention him.
Do we? Well, no.
No.
I was going to say, do we think that Wario is an exception to this?
No.
No. So Waluigi, I believe, will be irrelevant to our calculations. He is relevant in our
Just
hearts,
like real
but to our
life.
calculations. Jesus, my man's really shitting on Waluigi
Rest in
today.
peace,
but
King.
for our calculations, we will ignore Waluigi. So
Unfortunately.
I'm going to net worth of Mario Brand.
Net worth of the Mario brand, Jesus.
30.25 billion.
Why did you put 69 there?
That is because that was the net worth of Nintendo.
Gotcha.
I am reconsidering my calculations. However, I believe this will allow us to reach a good answer
Okay.
to our question.
You know, we'll present this to Miyamoto himself, and he'll be like, "Yeah, wow, you worked it out. Good job."
You figured out. You figured it out. You
Figured
did
it out. It was the fish number.
Fish.
The fish, no.
The fish.
The fish.
Oh, you did it. I love that int the net historian.
Right. So,
Yeah.
George, I assume you are counting up the sports games here.
Oh fuck.
You got distracted by Waluigi, didn't you?
Yeah.
I believe we all do that from time to time.
Me more than most.
I would heartily disagree with you there, but
I was about to say the only
fair
person
enough.
probably more than me is Brian David Gilbert.
that's fair.
Mario sports games featuring Wario.
Number of games in the Mario series: 200, more than 200 titles.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking Mario games.
More than 200. And we will be counting all of these as full. In full. So, yes.
So Mario Kart. He's appeared in 30
list-
Mario sports games.
So that is point.
That's
So that is add.
Three.
That's
We,
15.
we simply add.
And
No.
No,
We're
we're
counting.
counting
We're
them as
counting the
0.1.
sports games as 0.1. So
Oh,
that is
0.1.
we add 3. So that's 24.
What about Mario
half?
parties? That's also 0.1
Yes.
added.
Yeah,
The-
we're
the
getting there. We're
parties
getting
as
there.
well.
So since
We need
Wario's
to-
been in since 64, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
0.9.
Interestingly enough,
I can't believe this, but I'm using the Washington Post as my source.
Mario Kart. Do you count Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as a separate title? That's the thing.
Yeah,
course,
I
of course.
would say, since if Nintendo counts it as a separate title, which it does, or if the fandom qualifies as a separate title, which it doesn't, but Nintendo does, so that kind of supersedes it. It's an or function here. If either of those statements are true,
Wario's
Then we
appeared in
count it
all
as a separate
installments
entry.
of Mario Party. I'm gonna see how many games there are.
and
So
I
it's an
believe
extra
he was
one
in
for the
he was in Super Mario Kart as well, so that will
No,
be
he wasn't in
all of those
Super.
as well.
His first appearance
So
was
he's on all of
64.
them except one.
He was all of them
He's
except
on all
one.
of them except for one.
So
that's just one added.
I'm going to
11,
use 200 as our rough figure.
15, 17, 18. Arcade games. How many arcade games are there?
You haven't added the one on for Mario Karts.
Well, okay, so that's 10. So that's 10 entries in Wario Kart.
I'm
Mario
not gonna
Kart,
add
Wario
the
existed.
arcade games because I don't know if Wario was involved in them. So we come
The
up
arcade
to 18.
games. So we've gotten up to 18 Mario Party games or
Party.
Mario Kart games.
Party.
18 party games. So that is
18
Hang
party,
on.
10
I
kart,
popped that up. So that's
and 30 sport. Is that what
Yes.
we're saying?
That's what we're saying.
So it's 5.8 added.
Let's see. Anything
so we
else?
have.
Do we count the
27
Smash
The
Bros. game?
ratio, therefore, is...
Hang on. Is there something else we miscount?
Do we count Smash Bros?
I would. Would you say the Smash Bros is a Mario game or a Nintendo or just a game generally?
It's just a
I don't
game.
think it really.
Do
qualifies. I think we count, since he would probably have been paid, and Mario is also in the game, so it can qualify into the ratio. I think we will count that as a 0.1
For each.
for each. Yes,
So
of
3.
course, that he was in. So that would be 3 of them.
Brawl,
so that
4,
is
and Ultimate. Do we count Super Mario 64
Oh.
DS? Which he was 1 out of 4 playable characters.
I would count that as a point 1.
Point 1, okay. Do we count Yoshi's Island DS for the released in 2006, where
Well,
he's
it's
a
point
baby?
1.
Yes. Oh, where he's a baby. Do you pay
Do you pay a baby?
A child actor. A child actor, yes. But a baby. Does the baby get paid? Well, I
The
would
family
assume-
gets paid.
Yes, his family gets paid, and then he may earn that in the inheritance, which, let's be honest, Wario definitely has already
Got
gotten
the
his family.
majority.
Oh yeah, he probably
Yes, he's
Lex
definitely
Luthor'd his
already
parents.
gotten his. I don't think he Lex Luthor'd his parents, honestly. I think he just managed to be that much of a cunning businessman that he got his parents to fake their deaths so he can get the benefits of their will. So we'll count that as a point 1. Is there anything else that we should count before we
I'm looking.
create our ratio?
Wario appeared in
Because this
one
will
of
be
the
a ratio
Starfy-
of...
Wario appeared in the 3rd Starfy game.
What the fuck is stuff?
You don't know what Starfy is? Okay, so
I don't care what stuff.
Starfy-
It's not relevant. It appeared in there.
Is that a Mario game?
no, it's made by the same people.
Then
who
we
made
do not
Kirby.
count it. We do not count it. We do not count it. If it is not a game that contains both Wario and Mario, it cannot be used in our ratio.
Oh, hold on.
Or at the very
That's
least,
a
if it is
Mario
not
Advance.
a game that contains Wario and is a Nintendo created game, first part that is not a Nintendo created game that contains Mario as
Knock
well.
off
or at
point
least-
1 because
based on
Wario
it.
wasn't actually involved in Mario Party Advance.
Ah, I see. So,
Sorry.
I think this is where we should start,
So
where we should make our ratio.
make it
And then we should-
27.6.
It is
No, I
So
Oh, you
no,
already knocked off.
I
Okay,
already-
gotcha.
I just knocked.
0.1385. Or if we make that as a percentage, 13.85%.
Okay,
Okay, so
that's an at symbol.
that's an ampersand. We both got it wrong. Here. Let me
I
just-
meant ampersand and I don't know what I've said.
At
At symbol. Shit.
There we go. My keyboard is old
American.
and old. It's both. But
Oh, I
This-
don't know what you're talking about.
you ever cut an ear
Oh,
off a
baby cow. They scream and scream. It's wonderful.
Times 13.85%.
I can't do that with a straight face.
So, the net worth of Wario is 4,189,650,000.
Sheesh.
And now we need. So now we can just add that.
And now we come into the, we do the average.
Yes, which is going to be.
No, I feel like that's what we want to note there is that that's the maximum possible amount he could get from this. He wouldn't be given all of that
Yes. So
money
I think
coming from the game.
I think we will make a box here
Okay.
for true n%, which will basically I would say Wario would probably get 95% as just an estimate of that money as a
Taxes,
as
taxes
payment.
notwithstanding, obviously.
taxes notwithstanding, and any...
Which he already
pay
evades.
cuts.
Yeah,
He already
I mean-
evades them anyway. I was more talking pay cuts,
For bad
something
behavior.
goes wrong, lack of funding, or potentially just some arsehole trying to pay him an exposure. Which, you know, somehow someone has attempted. So we're going
And he
to
shook
get
the
this number.
shit out of that person.
Yes, he gave them the Wario Steam.
No, he just shook them extremely hard, like he does in the Shake It games.
Fair enough. So,
Either that or he
times-
slapped him like how Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Yes, that happened recently. Thank you for dating the video, George.
I didn't say when. You made it. You
think
dated the video.
You're assuming that Will Smith is just going to go on a long string of assault against Chris Rock.
Maybe.
There's just going to be a vendetta there.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean,
It's just going to continue to happen.
it just comes out of nowhere, slaps the shit out of Chris Rock, and then disappears back into nothingness.
So we have our maximum. We have our maximum amount of money he probably is worth. We have our minimum amount that he is worth. Arthur, if you could calculate an average for us, very briefly.
1,993,071,800. 71,800. Oh yeah, 071,875.
Is this all of
Let's
them?
see.
All of them averaged?
No,
Well,
we're
no,
doing
it's-
true Nintendo
it's-
percent.
It's true Nintendo percent and Ask Internet average together.
Ah,
To explain.
gotcha.
So we have our figure for how much he is worth. We now need,
I don't know. That seems like a lot.
of course,
I'm gonna go for a piss while you work this out.
of course,
Price of a box of Cheez-Its. I can do this.
price of a box of Cheez-Its.
On Amazon, you can buy a box of 12.4 ounce Cheez-Its for £10.
Okay, so box of Cheez-Its, that is £10 sterling. Could you convert that into dollars?
Yes, I can.
Because we are working in USD at the moment. Now, how much did you say that box weighed?
12.4 ounces. Which I don't know how to convert into whatever.
We'll convert it into grams. That is...
Yeah, grams is what I meant. I forgot grams. I forgot what grams were.
You forgot one. You're too metric. Okay.
I'm not too metric. I just don't think about numbers. That's $13.08.
Okay, let me just...
Hi, Alpha.
Hello.
Hi.
Cheez-Its. Very nice name. Very dramatic. So, we have a... We'll just put that down to that. So we have the weight of a box of Cheez-Its here. We're now going to calculate roughly... Let's just... box of Cheez-Its. No. Cardboard. let's assume that the cardboard box here is how much would you assume the cardboard box for a box of cheese?
A standard cardboard box. Well, it's American. Remember, we're dealing with American food. So
we're dealing with American-made cardboard.
We're probably dealing with pretty thin cardboard, considering it's a snack food. So
I'd assume about
5 grams.
5 grams.
5 grams.
Okay.
5 to 15 grams. Choose between.
I'd say about...
I think we'll go with the average of 10. We'll go with the average of 10 grams.
Yeah.
Because I just picked up a box of Jaffa cakes and tried to work out how much it weighed.
So we'll assume it's that the box with no cardboard is worth that much. Now, let's also assume that these Cheez-Its are priced. The box of Cheez-Its can have its price divided by weight, and it isn't brand recognition. And we'll assume that the brand recognition will still carry over to a lone, unboxed, contextless Cheez-It.
Of course. Valid assumption.
Of course.
Of course.
So, of course. So, we can now figure out, we need the density of a Cheez-It.
Or you could just look up the weight of a cheese.
I tried.
That's probably also good.
I tried.
Oh. You could not find the weight of a single Cheez-It.
Nope.
Then look up number of Cheez-Its per box.
That is a good idea. Well, add average, because it's going to be an average. Number of cheese. Okay, I typed this in, and the only two autocorrect results were average number of sexual partners and average number of sexual partners UK. I have not searched either of these, and I do not know why Google thinks I want to know them. I'm searching.
Oh, come on,
I'm searching about
Google is
Wario's worth in cheese. I mean, of course, that would presumably make me far more desirable to just anybody if the fact that I am searching this and discovering this very powerful, very necessary information. But I don't think it's that urgent, Google.com.
I think Google is in fact letting you know that you have 0 bitches.
My hypothesis was
the
hot
context. Russian
singles in my area. Your hypothesis was no bitches. They work together.
No bitches.
I want to make one of those adverts that's like hot single MILFs in your area, and when you click it, it just says no bitches on your screen.
Okay, so
Who do you
apparently number of servings about 12. Fucking. Well, it says about 12 servings, and per serving there are 27 crackers. Which means we can now figure out that there are
27.
324 Cheez-Its in a box.
Bro, a Cheez-It weighs, on average...
Well, now that we know now that we know that, Arthur, we don't actually need the weight.
Until later.
Because now that we know...
Well, yes, that's true,
Until
but
we-
just to
because now
work
that
out,
we
let's
know
just say
it'll be
we were
useful
wrong
later.
about the box weight, and let's say a Cheez-It weighs a single gram. Assume the box is a bit heavier.
Well, hang on. We can just figure this out now, just for the sake of it, just to be safe. Choose it, and we will just... The numbers are actually relatively similar, so it will be
Exactly.
roughly a gram.
Man, I really want
1.06 grams.
So, I will just put 1.06 to be safe. I'm now being blinded by the website next to me on the nutrition facts of Cheez-Its.
You are
maybe
being
is-
flashbang.
You are being
I've
flashed.
been I am being flashed by a website. Google was asking about sexual partners. Apparently it wanted its own browser to be one. So, I don't know where I was going with that bit. Ignore it. That's... I'll just add here... number of CI per box. 324. And then just outline that. So the average price of a Cheez-It, could one of you just calculate that very quickly? The price of a box is £13.08. We will just knock that down to $12.99.
Cents.
The average price of a Cheez-It, it wouldn't be much different. The average price of a Cheez-It at this margin of error, rounding doesn't really matter, at 4 cents. Which means now we're going to be dividing our average net worth for Wario by 4 cents. And I will do that just to get this off my screen and stop flashback. Okay, never mind. I will just close the tab. So which is?
I'm going to read it backwards for you.
Okay, let me.
Oh well. Actually, I'll read you the number. It's to the power of 10, but I'll read you it backwards.
Oh.
8.
So you're reading it backwards.
Yes.
Read it forwards, please.
Oh, okay. 498.
Why would you read it backwards?
Because it's difficult to work out what the decimal place would go.
498.
498.
I will add
267.
In fact, actually, we can get a long calculator and figure this out pretty
Mine
easily.
is very long. It just does them like that. Anyway, calculators store numbers larger than 10 digits as a power.
No. Hang on. Big number calculator. Because there are some websites that do not do that. So, our result for the numbers of Cheez-Its Wario's net worth is worth it is this number. I will just add a copy. So far we have a rather wide breadth.
That's a lot of Cheez-Its.
Yes, we have a rather wide breadth currently. We have 454 Cheez-Its. This is emotional ratio amount. We have 24,705 Cheez-Its for his inventory. And then basically 50 billion Cheez-Its for his net worth.
Yeah.
Quite a range, if I do say so. But now,
Indeed.
we, my friends, can quite easily figure out this last one. Over the course of the others, we have already found the method of getting to this answer. How much does Wario weigh? I'll just...
Now this will be interesting because I'm curious if he weighs that or not.
Wario, as it so happens, weighs 140 kilograms.
Then, if we convert the numbers, we get...
Or in other words...
14,000. Oh wait, no,
140,000 grams. So it will be not
He
far
weighs
from that.
132,075 Cheez-Its.
Now, gentlemen, one of these things is not like the other. one of these things just doesn't belong. But we're going to count it in the average anyway. So.
And then we work out the alternate forms.
Yes, then
They're
we'll
just multipliers,
factor
aren't
in.
they?
Yes, that but we must figure out the multipliers, of course. So, blue will be actually
Just got
kind of
the
easy.
Inception sound down there, Mike.
Yes. Yes, I heard it. So, gentlemen, the average number of Cheez-Its that Wario is worth. Could one of you please, very briefly, add up our 4 totals here?
I'll let Arthur do that.
Because I have the big number calculator. I can simply input your result here.
Do you want me to do a
divide
drum roll?
by 4, and that will be the average. Yes, but do it once I've input the number.
Okay.
Such a meaty fucking drum roll.
Yes, yes. You get 12 billion. 456 million. 738,000. 527 Cheez-Its. And a quarter.
That's a lot of Cheez-Its.
And that has been not disallowed as a value.
Too
Too
big.
big. Door stuck.
There we go.
Door stuck.
Please! I beg you!
Door stuck.
So we have our answer. We have our answer in that Wario is worth, in his base form, 12,456,738,527 plus 0.25 Cheez-Its. But now we need the multipliers.
I feel as though there's no real way to quantify this, so we're gonna have to once again go by what we feel.
Yeah.
Well,
So
with some
just
of
make
these,
sure we all agree.
Well, with some of these, I believe there will be a way to quantify
See.
it. So we have Baby Man form. Warrior Man. Biker. Golden. And SWGSW. Swiskus.
Swiskus.
Swuggs. Swuggsworth.
Swiggers. Swiggers.
Don't
I
say
feel
that.
as though
I think that's a slur. I think that may be a slur to some people. So,
sorry.
Baby Man, I think it's pretty easy for us to quantify. I believe that's pretty easy for us to quantify. Times 0.5.
No.
I think we can all agree on this.
I actually disagree.
Okay.
Why
I
so?
saw a TikTok that said the very important question of how many toddlers do you think you could be?
Okay.
And it said every healthy adult, male or female, should be able to take at least 75 toddlers.
Well, yes, okay. I think, but that doesn't really change anything. That doesn't really affect his net worth in Cheez-Its. I don't think that really changes anything about that. However, you have made me think of something. We may need to take the square cube law into account. We can't simply halve it. We cannot simply halve it.
By the way, are we, is that taking 75 toddlers all at once?
Yeah, in like a coliseum.
Okay.
It's just one good kick and they're dead. So like,
There's just...
what are we gonna do?
Tell them
I believe if I were posed with that question, I believe I would be able to take a potentially infinite amount of toddlers. being that I were allowed a
Well,
break,
yes.
sleep,
Well,
and to
I was
eat.
about to say. I was assuming that this is either a continuous, unhalting, unhindering, no pause stream of toddlers, or this amount of toddlers are here all at once, and you must fight all of them simultaneously.
I just imagined a Gatling gun of toddlers, and the other person on the other end was just punching
Well, if it's a
them.
Gatling gun of toddlers, then really, I don't think anyone's going to be able to take any amount of toddlers, and all of the toddlers are dead.
No, just let me finish my fucking...
I believe we're going off track here.
I was just imagining Raiden doing
Times
the
a
punching
quarter.
thing that he does during the Armstrong fight.
Yes, of course, but his fists are toddlers. Anyway, so Baby Man Wario form. 1/4 the worth of the average. We will make just a set here for
The actual totals.
the total worths, which we will calculate once we have our modifiers. Formsworth and Cheezes. Now, I think this one may be easy as well, because
Yeah,
thanks to
you
the
just
Dragon
find out
Ball
how
Z
much one
community, they're very diligent with their power scaling. So,
Oh, thank you,
SSJ
Dragon Ball community.
blue
We are very appreciative of you.
multiplier.
I'm not.
Well, this is going to be an incredibly large number because the multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is that. If you cannot tell, that is a B. That is a B, not an 8. Just add an I there. It's actually slightly less than Super Saiyan 1, but yes, but
Super Saiyan
yeah.
1 is 50.
Yes.
That's 49.
Sorry, that was my phone.
Oh, come on, George. You've got to turn your phone off at important.
I'm
important
so
business
sorry,
meetings
I
like
forgot
this.
it was on.
I'll just make it the total there. Right now, Biker Wario.
When I own a bike, I feel twice as strong as I did before.
I think that is roughly the estimate I was thinking of going for. So, Biker Wario, double power.
Okay.
Wario Man. George, you are the connoisseur of the Wario series. This is a
Okay.
Wario exclusive power. I'm going to quickly here go for
So...
Golden Freezer multiplier and use that for Golden Wario.
I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, Wario Man... Let me look up the law. But I know for a fact
The law,
that
yes.
one time when he turns into Wario Man, he tries to take on a train, and he fails.
So Wario and So was this Wario tried to take on a train?
Wario Man tried to take on a train.
I see.
So it's less than 50.
So it's less than a Super Saiyan. He is not a Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan, yeah. But he becomes more... He definitely becomes more powerful.
Well, yes. Distinctly, he is more powerful.
About times 10?
He's got a more powerful bite. He's got his bike somehow uses with his power and becomes faster. He can just fart instantly.
Very important to note.
Let's say times 10.
So times 10.
Yeah, times 10.
Okay, let me just times 10. Now, unfortunately, I have not quite... for some
What
reason,
is this?
we haven't got anything for power scaling for Golden Freezer, probably.
The thing I do know is in the movie where he appears, like his power level is like it's either 1 million or 1 billion because I've seen that scene on YouTube. It's in the thumbnail.
I'm gonna see.
My power level is now 1 billion or 1 million
So
or
here's
something.
the thing. I'm not actually sure if
I don't know.
Golden Wario actually becomes more powerful. I just know that he. Let's see.
So you know, Golden Wario.
It's actually
So-
he's actually called Wario Deluxe.
I'll just put DX here then.
Yeah, not Golden Mario.
So the Golden Freezer question was not very...
Act.
It's not applicable.
So he doesn't become more powerful.
No,
So
he's
we can
actually
remove
not more
this.
powerful. He just bought a tuxedo.
Times 1.1
Yes.
for wearing a tuxedo.
He wears a tuxedo and put a toilet on his head.
Times 1.1 for the drip bonus.
For the drip bonus.
Alright.
For the drip bonus.
You've got to do that in the funny long calculator, so.
Yes,
Have fun.
I do have to do that in the funny long calculator. So, I think we should go with Baby Man first.
Fair enough.
Just for the sake of the quicker result to get. So, I can just divide by 4 again, because that's just already there. Which means that baby, mini, tiny bitchlet.
Bitchlet. I mean, he does cry.
Wario. Tiny little fucking dumbass Wario. Is worth, we will round up, a little over 3 billion cheeses. Not
You
bad.
did not round up.
I did not round up, I rounded down. It didn't change much, to be fair. But
No.
a little over 3 billion Cheez-Its. Wario Man.
Remove
This will be
the
incredibly
0.25
simple.
after.
It is. I think it just. Hang on.
What's up?
Yeah, bugged out.
And then just
It's too big for Excel to process.
remove the 0.5 and turn that into a 3 as well, round up.
Yeah, we'll round up, but the change is invisible. We are beyond the numbers that Excel is willing to handle. So that's fun.
It's 124 billion.
Yes, it's 124 billion.
Alright.
Now for some of the ridiculous. Some more ridiculous shit. We have here Biker. It's 24 billion. 25, nearly. It's about 25 billion. We have Dripped Out Wario. 13. Billion. Nearly 14. About 1 Cheez-It for every year of the universe's lifespan, give or take.
Are you kidding? What
And now, Did it stop recording?
My camera stopped recording. My audio's still
Fair
running.
enough. And now we have now the dumb one. Because Super Saiyan Blue Wario, as I will call it for brevity's sake, is this number. That many Cheez-Its, which for some reason Excel is perfectly willing.
I think you just
to
stretched
handle.
it out.
Oh, it's because I didn't have commas. It's because I didn't have commas. That's why. But that is 50 sextillion Cheez-Its.
Damn. That's a lot of cheese.
Super Saiyan, Super Wario God, Super Wario is worth 50 sextillion Cheez-Its.
I played some.
Which means...
If you like that.
Which means, if we assume Wario knows the Kaioken, at maximum power, assuming times Kaioken times 20, Wario is worth 1 septillion Cheez-Its. Give or take.
It's probably more than there will ever be.
Almost certainly, yes. Thank you for watching. If you watched this entire video,
Wow.
you're a damn good sport, you're a good sport, and thank you. If you did not watch this entire video and simply skip to the end to find out the answer, then you are a bad sport, and I hate you.
Yeah, you kind of cringe, not gonna lie.
Very cringe. But if you did like this video, hit that like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, you're not going to, but you can hit the subscribe button anyway, because we upload Reading Homestuck on Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on your time zone, and we upload other stuff such as Anything But This on Thursdays or Fridays, again depending on your time zone. For those wondering about the actual second episode of GARME on more Sonic Destruction stuff, don't worry, when episode 3 comes out, we will be doing more, but not until. And I say we, and I do mean we, because that time we are going to be getting these two involved, probably to read some lines, help me come up with stuff for it. I don't know. Something.
Maybe I'll do a whole Brian David Gilbert bit.
Potentially. We might do that. There may be some live action stuff in that video. We will be fucking about. We don't know. I will see. Well, we will see. Speaking of us, follow me on Twitter. I will announce stuff there. Like this video. What you probably have seen from my Twitter, potentially, if I decided that I was going to intentionally put it in the Sonic Destruction tag, hoping that as many people as possible who like my video will see it, because I am an absolute shitlord. If you're mad about that, that's the spirit of today. And if it's not April Fool's Day the day you're seeing this, then, well, this is your own fault. I marked it clearly by then. Follow Arthur on Twitch. He's not active at the moment because he is working to attempt to get a new graphics card. But he will be back, and when he is, we will potentially be streaming more things on there as a group. And follow George on both of those things. He also is not currently active on Twitch for basically the exact same reason, but he will return as well.
Although, you say exact same reason. Just
roughly the same.
roughly,
reason.
it's just
general PC bad.
PC bad, so
need
I'm
better.
building one.
PC bad, need better one. Generally. But he is occasionally active on Twitter as well, and you may have seen him in the comments of the post detailing this very video. Again, suck a dick. If you are mad about it, suck a fat one. If you're not mad about it, you're a good sport and I like you.
And if you're gay, or straight and a woman, maybe do that anyway. Up to you. No pressure.
Have fun with that?
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't expect you to take that phrase literally. I didn't know where to go from there. But sure, I guess. But
If
now
you want to
have
do
the answer
something,
to
do
everything.
it.
Unless it's an actual crime, then
Yeah.
maybe reconsider. Maybe.
maybe don't.
It depends. Does the crime... Are you going to be hurting someone by doing the thing you want to do? If so, maybe reconsider. If not, do it. And if not, and somebody tries to stop you from doing it, consider buying a bulldozer.
And covering it in...
And covering it in a big concrete
Yeah.
shell. We had the same idea, yes, go full killdozer. Just kill
That,
them on the spot.
Also, additionally, if it's illegal but it's funny as fuck, do it. I'm inciting
That-
crime now.
Well, again, illegal, don't matter. Are you going to be hurting somebody with what you're doing, and do they deserve it? If you are going to be hurting someone and they don't deserve it, perhaps don't.
And also,
I mean, you
hurting
still
doesn't
can,
just
but,
mean
like,
physically.
just as a suggestion, don't.
Hurting doesn't just mean physically.
Yes. Anyway, we've kind of spiraled here. This is going to be, I think, the longest video on the channel. Perhaps it's going to be perhaps it's superseded by some of the old D&D videos. But I will see how it is when I edit it down, because I've decided I'm going to be doing editing for this because it's nearly 2 hours long. Good shit. We will see you in the next video. Later.
Bye.